Okay, hello everybody, I'm Ashley. Today I'm going to be talking about the advancements in plastic surgery and the techniques for children with, well, anybody that's born with a cleft lip and palate, and how they're way more easy to fix. It's a lot less likely that you'll be able to tell. I was terrified when my second child was born with a unilateral cleft lip and an incomplete bilateral cleft palate. Um, the reason that I was so terrified is because I did not know. So the pictures that you see are pictures like this from Operation Smile. According to Operation Smile, every 3 minutes in the world, a child is born with a cleft lip and or palate. Here is another picture of a smaller baby. A lot of the times, too, in these pictures, the child has gone untreated. In the U.S., we treat our children a little bit earlier. In the CDC says that 1 in 940 children in the U.S. are born with a cleft lip and or palate. It is the most common defect in the world. Sometimes it cannot be detectable, like with my son, Braxton. He was born, as I said, with a cleft lip and palate. So that was very surprising to us. One major help for information was a website. They're called the Cleft Line. They give you all the information that you need as to what it is and how they fix it, things to expect, stuff like that. So let's go for definitions. Cleft lip is defined as a split in the upper lip on one or both sides of the center. So the center is right here, and the clefting happens either on either side or one side. The palate is a split in the tissue in the roof of the mouth, which I have a picture of. This is Braxton, and that is his cleft palate. Of course, it is more common for them to have both. Once you have one deformity, it's more likely that you'll have two. So he actually had 3 deformities. He was born also with a 7th finger, which is called polydactyly. So now that you understand what an impact this can have on your life, let me tell you how it looks after they fix it and some of the procedures. The preventative measures are taken as soon as they're born. As shown in this picture, this is the taping of the lip. Most children are born with both cleft lip and palate, so the first thing that happens is they start taping the lip. Depending on the severity, some clefts in the lip are not as bad, so they don't need to be taped. Braxton's was a little bit deeper, so it helps to bring the lips together and train the lips to be together. It also helps them to use their muscles as they should with those together. A child that has a cleft palate with or without the cleft lip is going to have more problems just because of the openness of the roof of their mouth. There's lots of problems with them inhaling things. Suction is a big issue because as they try to feed, they cannot create suction because the holes go straight up through their nose. So one way that that you can feed a child like this is with the Haberman nipple. This is the best picture that I had. Basically, it's an extended nipple with a valve on it. So instead of letting the child suck on it, you actually squeeze the fluid into the child's mouth. And he got good enough that he would just grab it whenever he wanted it. Another device that is used is called a NAM. This is for the correction. This is for them to help them with their cleft palate until the surgery can be done. It is a piece of plastic that is molded to the roof of their mouth to kind of serve as a roof. For children that have bilateral, which is on both sides, the hole in the roof of their mouth is way bigger than it was with Braxton. A lot more problems. One of those is there's a space that goes back to the ear from the palate, and so when they're drinking their formula, if their palate is a big enough cleft, the fluid can actually run out of their ears. So another thing that they use to help with this is ear tubes, which helps with the draining. So when pus builds up, it can be drained easily and not explode the eardrum and create problems that way. So also there will be talk of, other than the preventative measures that you've seen, there will be talk of the operations that the child will undergo to correct this deformity. The lip surgery, if there is a cleft in the lip, is done first. It's done at 6 months, as long as the child is healthy. The muscles in the lip go in a circle around your lips, and when there's a cleft, the muscles actually go up into the nose or wherever the cleft is instead of the circle. So in this surgery, they take the skin off and then they sew those muscles together so that you're able to make circles and kissy faces with your lips. This is a picture of Braxton right after his lip surgery there. One thing that happens is you get a lot of scar tissue where everything has come together. So for them to be able to make all the movements with their lips like we can and it not be stiff with scar tissue, the big thing is to massage the lips a lot. The next surgery that happens is the palate surgery. That happens at about 1 year as long as they are healthy. The ear tubes also go in when they do the lip surgery, and a lot of times they've popped out because the ears have grown and they just kind of pop them out. So they'll put in new tubes then. On the palate surgery, it doesn't look as bad, but it is more invasive. They are sewing the skin together on the roof of the mouth. The hospital stays a little bit longer. This is the part where they learn to eat and they learn to drink everything new. But now they're pretty much, they can do anything that a normal child can do. As you've seen, this deformity can look very scary at first, but thanks to the advancements in the plastic surgery and just all the experience that they have, it can be fixed to where you can hardly tell. This is Braxton just a couple weeks ago. He goes once a year to get everything checked out, and as you can tell, you really can't see anything. So thank you for listening to my informative speech. Have a great night.